Yo, what's up guys, Guru here, back at a new video. In today's video, I'll be telling you guys which is the best fighting style in Blox Fruits. With almost every single new update added to Blox Fruits, there is a new fighting style. So for example, for the last update, Electric Claw was added. And as time passes, you cannot actually figure out which is the best fighting style in the game. So here I am making this video. Also, as a short disclaimer, I'll be comparing only 4 different fighting styles. I'll be comparing Superhuman, Death Step, Sharkman Karate, and of course Electric Claw. And a lot of people would be wondering why I chose these 4 fighting styles, and that is because these cannot be compared to the starter fighting styles. And by starter fighting styles, I mean like Electro, Dark Step or stuff like that. So basically you get the idea. These fighting styles are really hard to obtain but are really good for farming and PvP. In this video, I'll be comparing their farming skills as well as their PvP skills, their mobility, combo potential, and a lot more. So if you guys are excited for this video, make sure to hit that like button, and without going any further, let's get right into the video. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about their prices. So as it goes for Superhuman, Superhuman requires you to have 300 mastery on Dark Step, Electro, Water Kung Fu, and Dragon Breath. Also, it requires 3 million belly. Well, I would say this is one of the easiest ones to obtain because the mastery level is only 300, and also it does not cost you fragments, and fragments are a pain in the butt to get. Well, in my opinion. I made a whole video on fragments. If you guys are wondering for that, you guys can go watch that. I've explained every single thing you need to know about that, so yeah, you guys can click this card up here to go to that video. But yeah, we're going off topic. Let's get back to topic. So, Superhuman is explained. Let's get to the next fighting style. So, Death Step, a pretty hard fighting style to obtain as well, and for that you need 2.5 million belly, 5,000 fragments, which is really hard to obtain. Then we have 400 mastery in Dark Step. Well, before it was 450 and now it's 400, which is pretty good because the last 50 levels were really hard. So now you guys can see why I didn't compare their starter fighting styles with these, because these are really hard to obtain. Well, they are worth it as well, so I wouldn't talk trash. Okay, so the next fighting style on the list we have is the Sharkman Karate, and to obtain it you need 2.5 million belly, same as Death Step. You need 5,000 fragments, and you also need 400 mastery in Water Kung Fu. And with addition to that, you guys need to kill the boss, which is named Tidekeeper, and you guys need to obtain the water key, which in some people's case is really easy because they get it on the first try, but for the people like me it's a bit hard because our luck is really good, you know. Yeah, other than that, this is pretty simple as well. Electric Law is by far the hardest one to obtain in my opinion. It costs you 3 million belly, 5,000 fragments, and also 400 mastery in Electric, or also known as Electro. So yeah, that's pretty simple in my opinion. And that concludes this part, the prices and requirements of these fighting styles. Okay, so now let's move on to the advantages and disadvantages of these fighting styles. So first of all, as we started with Superhuman, let's continue the trend and start with Superhuman. So Superhuman is a really fast fighting style, and I would say it can go up with a lot of devil fruits and swords. It has really good combo potential, like for example it can be used for combos really easily, and I would say it is one of my favorite out of all of these as well. Well, it is pretty difficult to obtain compared to the other fighting styles because you have to get 300 mastery on like 4 different fighting styles, but yeah, I would say it's worth it. It is really good for farming as well as PvP. So that's it for Superhuman. Let's move on to Death Step. Death Step is like quite opposite to Superhuman. It doesn't have a good combo potential in my opinion. A lot of people use it, but I would just say they just spam the fighting style. It is a spamming type of fighting style, and a lot of people like it for that reason. It goes good with some devil fruits, like for example it doesn't go good with stun type devil fruits because it doesn't have like a good combo potential, but it goes really good with the devil fruits which deal super high damage, for example like dragon, doe, and stuff like that. So yeah, you guys get the plot. It is like a spammable fighting style. Then we have Sharkman Karate, and to be honest, Sharkman Karate is one of the difficult ones to figure out because it is like a pretty weird fighting style. I would say it has really good damage, like you guys can do like 100 to 0 combos with it super easily. Also had good combo potential, and it also goes good with stun type devil fruits, so for example ice, dark, and stuff like that. And as we go for farming, I would say this fighting style ain't it, because for farming the moves have really long cooldowns and they deal good damage, yes, but they also have knockback and stuff like that, which is really annoying in farming. So I would not recommend you guys to use Sharkman Karate for farming. And now we have the last fighting style on the list, and it is the Electric Claw. Well, Electric Claw is a really difficult fighting style to rank as well because it's been like a few days since the update and you guys haven't tried it out fully. And we actually do not have like good experience with it. But I think the worst fighting style out of all of this is Electric Claw. A lot of people would be shocked from my answer, but yes, it is true, it is one of the worst out of all of them. And my reason for that is because it has like long startup moves. So for example, if you guys do a move, it will take like a few seconds for it to attack, and that is really bad in PvP. And also the moves have like knockback and you have to like pull your opponent or stuff like that, or drag them around the surface, which doesn't actually work for farming if you guys are farming different mobs. But if you guys are farming bosses and stuff like that, yeah, sure, it can work. Also, it does have like kinda good combo potential, you guys can use it, but yeah, as I told you guys, I haven't used it a lot because I'm a fan of Superhuman, but I would say it is not the best out of all of them. So that concludes this part of the video, the advantages and disadvantages of these fighting styles. Okay, so now we are at the last part of the video, and now in this segment I'll tell you guys which is the best according to my opinion. And a lot of people would have already guessed, and it is Superhuman. I don't know why, it just seems really OP to me because it goes with literally every single sword, every single devil fruit, every single gun in the game. And that is not a common feature. A lot of fighting styles do not do that. Like, I've seen a lot of people use like really bad devil fruits, some people use really good devil fruits, some use devil fruits which are good for PvP, and vice versa for farming. But I've seen like 90% of the people using Superhuman with them. This fighting style is just like a blessing. It has instant moves like Conqueror Gun right over here, it has like AoE moves like Thunderclap right over here, it has like a grab move which you guys can combo extend with. So basically it has everything a fighting style needs, and also it is pretty simple to get because you guys do not need fragments. It's just only a bit grindy because you guys have to get 300 mastery on like literally every single starter fighting style. But yeah, it's hard to get, but it is really worth it in my opinion. Also, in the start of the video I said I'll be talking about farming and stuff like that. This fighting style is like the perfect fighting style for farming. It actually does not push a lot of the NPCs further because if you guys only use like your punches, they are pretty fast, right? I'll basically give you guys a tip. You guys can get like a Logia type devil fruits and then just stand in front of the NPC and just collect them all with like a gun or a sword move or kabucha or stuff like that. And when they are grouped up in a small area, you just punch them. This is the fastest way to grind in my opinion. It is faster than devil fruits and other stuff like that as well. And the only thing I would recommend you guys to do is just strat reset yourself and put every single thing in melee, health, and the rest you guys can put in your devil fruit for extra damage. And if you guys are wondering which Logia devil fruits to use, I would say like stun based devil fruits. For example, like Ice, Dark, you guys can use Rumble as well. That is a really good stun devil fruits. There are a lot. You guys can also use Doe. And if you guys didn't know, Doe is also a Logia type if you guys have Observation Haki on. So basically you guys can use Doe as well. And yeah, finally that's it from me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.